They could fart. How do they fart?
Oh yeah,
They did a whole fart scene.
Amanda Bynes was like, Miss or Aunt Fanny, we were using our armpits, and she's like, oh
Yeah.
They kill a lamppost with their fart.
Yes. And that lamppost is a living thing.
The lamppost, again, another inanimate object that comes alive. The lamppost goes, you need to see a doctor.
oh yes, he
Falls
did.
down, time lapse into daytime. There's a chalk outline of the lampost's body because there was an entire investigation scene. Aunt Fanny should be in prison because of the fecal matter coming out of that arse. It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
No, it's illegal to drive that slow. You know, most people get driving too slow tickets in a Mustang.
Oh,
Because
really?
you're not allowed to go less than 50 miles an hour, even in residential areas.
Will
That's
you
a
please
fact.
cite your source?
American Constitution. Welcome.
Hey, welcome to another episode
Hey.
of
ICBTB
ICBTB podcast.
My name is Alejandro.
My name's Christian.
And over there, that's...
Garen.
That's me.
So for the baddies that did not watch the Tuesday episode, and for just jumping in because you love robots and it's a
And
piece
you love
of your
movies.
soul.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Garen,
back and listen to Tuesdays though, also. Though.
yeah. But if you choose not to, Garen, introduce yourself to those listeners.
I'm Garen. People call me G Money,
Yup.
and I like the movie Robots.
Yes.
There's more to say about myself, but you're here to learn about robots. So
Nobody's here for us in this episode.
No.
They're all here for,
The movie.
yes, a pivotal cinematography masterpiece that I'm just going to say it right off on the top,
Let it.
that Christian hates.
I don't hate it. You keep
Christian,
saying that
you
I hate it.
You do hate it, though.
Not exposed. There's nothing to expose. It's just on my list of animated films that mean a lot to my childhood. This just didn't make it. But I don't have any disdain toward it.
See, and
Were
you're
we
right.
children in 2005?
2005, seventh
we were.
grade.
12.
Yeah, I only watched it because I had siblings.
Oh.
I don't think I would have been like, this is a childhood staple of mine. Why are you trying to put it in that box? It could just be a great movie.
Because it is for me. It's a
Damn.
huge staple in my childhood.
Yeah.
I saw it at the Metreon
You're
in
still a
IMAX
kid,
and
so I
3D.
get it.
I am 100% a kid.
You are. You
I
just
just spent $20 at a comic book store for 15 different comics.
You know, before you guys came over, I had to pick up 3 or 4 rubber bands that you were flinging across the room the last time we were here.
Pew, pew. I wasn't flinging them. I
Child
was shooting
cowboy.
them at you.
Big difference, dude.
Huge.
Okay.
Huge.
I'm so sorry that I offended
It's a
you.
Pretty Woman reference. Anyways, no, this movie is, well, okay, we already spoiled it. We watched Robots. This movie is very important to me. I love this movie. I think maybe you've hated it. I explained it to you already because I've brought this movie up since we got the idea of doing this podcast, and you've always had some kind of pushback to it, or you've always chosen a different film instead. And I think as the times have progressed and built on, I've just understood that as, oh, Christian hates robots.
No, man, hate is such a strong word. And I told you before, I don't really hate people or things. I just strongly dislike people or things. But I don't even dislike.
You hate North Korea.
No, yeah, I mean, you know, like.
Say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
They're going to bomb us.
There's
That's
just
why
no
they do
reason.
that, dude.
There's no reason.
No
to.
reason, yeah. I mean, like we all know. Anyway.
But
Interesting.
you might not hate people or things, but you could hate a movie, Christian. So
Like a movie like
I
Robots.
just think
No,
you
this
should-
movie I enjoyed. You guys
Okay,
Okay,
do you
okay,
laugh?
good.
Did you laugh throughout the movie?
Yes, I did.
Because like, there's not a 5-minute span that I didn't laugh.
Yes. And
I
there's
like the comedy. Like the writing of this movie does it for me.
extremely clever.
the
Yeah.
writing, the background, the
Yeah.
secret little like drop notes and everything.
Yeah.
And I was telling you guys yesterday, this movie also had 3 or 4 inventions of technology that are staples into cinematography now. But we'll get to that when we get there.
Okay.
Great.
I would like to present the itty bitty nitty gritty to the committee.
Yes, you can.
We watched a film called Robots. It is rated PG. It was released in the year 2005. It has a runtime of 1 hour, 31 minutes, or for Garen, 91 minutes.
Love that.
91 minutes. It's how long the movie runs for. It has 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. It has a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 64% on Metacritic. Garen,
I'm drunk.
best reaction to somebody saying your name?
Great reaction. Honestly, sidebar, you don't look drunk
Yeah.
when you're drunk.
No.
I'm acting.
Oh,
Well, you're a great
Impeccable.
actress. And the Oscar goes to.
Drew Barrymore. What percentage of Google users approve of this film? So there's a thumbs up, thumbs down rating on
yeah,
Google.
it's like 19, right?
19% of
You
Google.
think 19%?
I thought it
is
was pretty
81%.
bad. Oh, people like this movie.
81%
Yeah.
of Google users like this film.
That's honestly low to me.
It's a little bit lower for Google users because I think the people who give it thumbs up outnumber the people who give it thumbs down because you don't search on Google the movie you don't like. That's not
there's
true.
a lot
I
of
take that
haters
back.
out
Yeah,
there.
that's
There's
true.
haters out there that just want to give a 1-star rating on Yelp.
We have those.
Yeah, there's some haters out there.
Anyways, Synapse is coming at you.
Right at you.
In a world of sentient robots, dun, 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 a striving young inventor, dun, 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 Rodney Copperbottom. Dun, 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 dun. Is that too intense for this?
I feel like I'm watching the movie. Keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually not that intense. Let me try it again. In a
movie's
world
very
of
lighthearted.
sentient robots, striving young inventor Rodney Copperbottom wants to work for the what the fuck? I hate when they put words in here I've never seen before.
What's the word?
Avuncular.
Avuncular.
Avuncular. Avuncular.
And we'll
Which
put the
is
definition right here.
synonymous with.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Rodney Copperbottom wants to work for the incredible Big Weld. Whose Big Weld Industries makes spare robot parts. But Big Weld has just been deposed as company head by the villainous Phineas T. Ratchet, who wants to make all robots submit to profitable forced upgrades. In this animation adventure, Rodney and his friend Fender go underground to fight Ratchet's evil plans. This movie had a budget shit, poop in my mouth. I didn't have it. Oh
Shit
no,
on my
why
dick.
did I say that?
Shit.
For those of you who saw it, I watched the 2 Girls 1 Cup video.
No.
Yes.
No. That's
so
such a clash of conversation.
By the time this episode is out, that reaction video is probably up on our YouTube, probably up on our Instagram.
At least,
IGTV.
at least the promo of it.
Watch it because Alejandro freaks the hell out.
It's honestly way worse than I thought it was going to be. Anyways,
Yes.
Robots had a budget of $75 million. Garen?
I would like that budget.
I would too. But wouldn't you
Same.
like to guess how much they made in their box office recoup?
I'm going to go with a cool 75 billion.
Billion? I'm sorry. You're throwing in 3 extra zeros.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, no. Christian,
I think
you're
they made okay.
Okay,
let's-
no. Okay. 75 million was spent to make the movie.
correct.
Yes.
So I'm going to go and give a more real guess and say they made $1 billion.
That's
Okay, but you know, like only 3 movies in history have made $1 billion, right?
Was that your sex tape?
No,
no, that would not.
I actually owe money to the country of Myanmar because they destroyed them.
He wouldn't be doing this podcast if he had $1 billion.
I might. I enjoy this.
Oh, okay, true.
Money isn't everything.
Money is happiness, though.
The studio would be nicer though if
If
he
money's
had
not happiness, you're shopping at the wrong stores. Anyways,
Oh, cute. Okay, how much did they make?
Christian, do you want to guess?
that. So you said 75. I'm gonna say 125 million bucks.
It made a recoup of $260 million.
It's really good.
Nice.
That being said, it was also the first film to have a trailer for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And there is a statistical fact that a lot of people bought tickets for this film and left after that trailer.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Just to see the trailer?
People really wanted to see the final George Lucas film.
Well, I guess that's before the popularity of YouTube and where you could just see the
In
trailer.
2005,
on
it
YouTube.
probably wasn't. I mean,
I don't think. Yeah, YouTube was.
that's a bygone era, buying a ticket just to see a trailer.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would not spend that money just to watch one trailer. I'm waiting.
I mean,
I wonder if that was planned.
it was because Ewan McGregor is in both of these films.
That's
oh,
right.
Okay.
Yes,
I
correct,
was like
correct.
product placement type.
Exactly,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay,
yeah.
so there's
Cool.
strategy. That's good.
They're working hand in hand. They're-
Lucasfilms made it a point to put this on their film. But
Love
nonetheless, it is a beautiful film, a great film. It did make 200, and I'm sorry, I misspoke, $260.7 million.
Don't forget that.
It made even
change.
more. And just because I like to know, that's the GDP of countries like Australia.
Oh.
And
It's insane that movies can make that much money in one go.
I mean, if everybody sent me $1 right now,
Oh yeah, yes.
I might have one of the country's GDPs.
Let's see. There's
Well, there's 7 billion people.
You'd be a billionaire.
You'd be richer than America, which is the richest country in the history of the world.
You wouldn't be doing this podcast right now.
Guys, let's break a record.
Everybody, send Garen $1.
All right.
Her Venmo will be right here.
Yep.
Oh, I am banned from
Oh, you're-
Venmo. Yeah.
What you
Zelle?
do on
Zelle?
Venmo?
Zelle, Cash App,
Okay.
PayPal. PayPal's kind of tied up right now too.
Because
Little House
Elon Musk
Phone.
sucks.
No, because Little House Phone. We'll talk about that later.
Can we talk about it now?
No.
Oh, okay. Robots is a film where Rodney Copperbottom, he is trying to find his way in the big city. One of the reasons why I love this film so fucking much is because I'm kind of like Rodney Copperbottom, guys.
Please, detail.
because like I've always had dreams of doing a bigger thing, and I used to watch like movies and TV shows and be like, I want to be like those guys. I want to work for people like, oddly enough, Mel Brooks and people and these tentpole comedians that I wanted to emulate. Most of them were dead by the time I was a kid, but that's beside the point. So like I get it. I get growing up in a small town and wanting more, and then finally having that opportunity to go to the big city. And one of my favorite lines in the entire movie is when Fender meets Rodney. He says, "Hey, if you can make it in this city, you can make it anywhere. And if you can't, join the club."
Hey, that's a really good line. That really stood out to me during the movie. I like that you started off with that, but the main character is so relatable because we've all been there. We've all seen.
Well, we're all from a small town.
Yes, and what's beautiful is that coming from the Asian culture, I grew up with parents that allowed me to pursue my hobbies, but did not allow me to pursue my hobbies as if they were my dreams. In this movie, Rodney Copperbottom is pursuing his hobby, dream, passion, his thing. And his father, played by Stanley Tucci,
Tucci Gang,
lets him do it. And so that's something that really resonated with me. It was like to have that one parent be like, we don't know what the risk is. The risk is very high for you to pursue that dream, but go ahead and do it.
I mean, speaking on that risk, I mean, even the moment where Rodney had him lose his job, in the dishwasher, the guy was like, "Oh, that's your son," and then the son was like, "No," and Dad's all, "Yeah, that's my son. He's an inventor."
He's still proud of him.
That was that moment stood out to me where I was like, "Oh, that's a parent."
Rodney's dad loves him from the second he's delivered, which is one of the best jokes in this film.
Manufactured?
Because the baby is delivered, but it's delivered in a box, and they have to build it because you know what the best part of having a baby is? Making it.
Yes.
So, and they played some like sexy background music.
Oh man,
it wasn't like that.
No, it
How'd it
really
go?
it was like this. Trains coming into the station.
I don't think that's what it was.
No, I watched a different movie. I'm sorry.
Probably.
Oh God.
Garen, what does this? So this movie obviously means a lot to Alex. What's it mean to you?
You gave us a list of 100 movies, and I picked this one as soon as I saw that list.
Love that. I love that. I think what this movie means to me is happiness. The whole feeling of the movie brings me joy in every moment that I'm watching. Even during the sad parts, I'm like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that's super, like the robots are falling apart in front of him. And it's only like 0.5 seconds that you're feeling sad, and then there's a solution. And I'm a very solution-oriented person.
Yes.
And maybe this movie had a role in that. Maybe, I don't know.
I think it did.
You know, my development conditioning. But it definitely resonated.
Yeah.
That much.
Yeah. That's this movie, I'm pretty sure, is just relatable in so many senses. To not just to people as individuals, but to like societies as a whole, because this tackles crazy socioeconomic issues that exist in real world problems.
And I think going back at it, no, it's okay. Like, I think going back, I should have let you speak. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb.
Oh my gosh, shame on you. Go.
Well, someone talk.
Just silence for the next 2 minutes. Anyways, no, this movie does have a lot of very deep themes and very intense moments that it brings up. But that being said, as a child, you don't really notice them. It's only as going back as an adult to watch this film do I realize, yeah, man, the struggles that he's going through, as trivial as they may seem because it is a silly movie, are something that we've all been through and we've all experienced. The moment of leaving town, where his mom is like, "You can't leave. That's ridiculous. You're a boy. You can't do this shit." And then his dad is like, "No, he has to do, like, I wanted to do that and I didn't, and look at what happened."
Yep.
That's the moment that always gets me. To this day, will always make me cry when he I'm getting hit right now actually. When his dad goes to buy the ticket for him.
Yeah.
Will always get to me because it's just like,
it's a big deal, dude. It's and
because I want to know what I would like to see the dad's movie.
Yeah.
Where he was like a trumpet player and had to give it up to be a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Because there's people in...
And respect.
Yeah.
Big respect to that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, he figured out a different path that was that path, and it made Rodney. You know, he was able to, like, inspire him and push him for greatness, which came back.
You know what I noticed is in the first scene when you see his dad, he's not wearing the dishwasher.
Oh, he's not. That's true.
So I wonder if he got the dishwashing job because he had a son.
I think it was later on.
Yeah.
He ended up getting a kid, and you have to pay for his spare parts.
Yep.
That's another crazy concept to me, is that the analogy of...
spare parts in the body.
Is like, that's healthcare. You can't afford healthcare. You can't afford spare parts. And like healthcare accessible healthcare
deep.
to impoverished societies.
Is Bernie Sanders a producer on this film?
Probably.
Oh my god.
This movie is healthcare for all. No, honestly, we should be giving healthcare. This is the richest country in the world. We have no reason not to be helping the people who need help. Anyways, in Robots though, he does go to the big city, which I love because the big city is called. Anybody remember?
Something about Big World.
Come on, guys, it's Robot City.
Oh,
Is it straight
love
up Robot
that.
City?
I love
Straight
that.
up
Okay, so
Robot
what was in my head was them saying what's the evil guy? Ratchet City.
Yeah,
And then the mom was like, it's going to be Ratchet City.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, Ratchet City, Ratchet
Ratchet.
City. Ratchet City.
That's what you were thinking.
I was like, okay.
Honestly, this movie also has that's a really funny line, and then the upgrades, people, upgrades is a meme that I see quite a bit in modern day.
It's what blows my mind is that
This movie's about Apple.
it's about so many tech industries and
Yes.
like their fruition and how
Yes.
it pushes out lower social classes.
Yes, if you don't have the money to play the game, then you don't even get to look at the game.
Dude,
you don't even get to be
I have
part
a
of it.
6S 16 gigabyte phone.
Yes.
Which is such a low amount, and it is kind of an outdated phone.
Them upgrading the software, I can't have it on this phone and have more than 2 apps.
What?
Oh, so what are your 2 apps if you were to upgrade?
The 2 apps that I have is Cash App and Messages.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Those are
Honestly.
the 2 apps that I have space for.
That's wow.
Wow, 16 gigs on just that. Are you gonna upgrade?
I have a second phone, yeah.
That's good.
Okay,
Well, that's good.
so
Yeah.
it's coming.
You couldn't live with the way that you live and work. You couldn't do all of that from that phone.
No.
No.
And that's why I had to get another phone. It's technically the work line.
Okay.
But
Makes
sense.
it's
That
like
makes sense.
I keep most of my stuff there anyway because my personal phone is trash and I would like to upgrade that soon. Cash App.
$1, everybody, $1 Cash App right here. We'll put the link.
Do you want to live in a technologically advanced society?
I think
Yes.
that's a toss up for me. I really come from soil
Oh
and
yeah,
earth.
yeah.
So for me, maybe like technologically conscientious things that build the earth or something like that.
I like that. Yeah.
Little hybrid kind of vibe. But
Sure.
if I didn't work, if my career path wasn't going in the trajectory that it is, I would not be as plugged into tech as I am
Interesting.
at all.
Because
And
it
I'm
becomes
still-
a
yeah.
necessity.
It is a necessity.
Yeah.
For me to make money, I need to be plugged in.
Yeah. For you, a project-oriented individual, you need your laptop. You need to make slides and
yeah.
PowerPoints and all that stuff. You're organized.
I'm currently using Prezi on one of my projects.
Beautiful.
Shout out Prezi. If
Yeah,
y'all
I used
remember
that shit during college, and that was
Love it.
very
I
efficient.
love it. People, it blows away the boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Keep using it.
Yes, let's do it. Let's get them out of Congress. So Rodney arrives at Robot City, and he immediately meets his friend Fender, who I had mentioned earlier. Fender is voiced by the incredible.
Robin Williams.
Yes.
That is why it is impossible for me to hate this film, because anything that Robin Williams touches, it's just gold in its own sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not that belt, but that's fine.
But
Uh,
oh damn, dude!
You got
he's just
Really
he just likes
depressing.
coming really hard. That's fine. So in Robot City, he meets Robin Williams, and Fender is by far the best character in this entire film, second only to Drew Carey's character. Because Drew Carey's character has some of the driest, funniest one-liners.
Which one is Drew Carey's character?
yeah.
He's the one with the 3 wheels.
Oh,
The one that does the scratching.
The cat?
No, not the cat.
Oh.
The orange looking one.
Oh.
Cruz, I think is his name, or
I
Crush.
can't remember the name. There's so many
Can I
robots
get
here.
a photo?
Yeah, let's look it up real quick.
Bing.
Dude, the amount
Oh,
of cameos.
he's funny.
Everybody, I would like to actually, if I could, read the cast list off of IMDb because they
Great
have
place to
they
start.
have the in order of billing instead of like casting order. It's weird. So here's an idea of like how people got paid. So cast overview, first billed only. Paula Abdul,
Are you serious?
Halle Berry, Lucille Bliss, Terry Bradshaw, Amanda Bynes. I'm sorry, Mel Brooks, Amanda Bynes, Drew Carey, Jennifer Coolidge, Dylan Denton, Will Denton, nobody's.
Where's McGregor?
That's
Lower
what I'm
on the
saying.
list.
Okay, look, Paul Giamatti is now being said. Like I don't know if they did this in alphabetical order.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's no way because you haven't said Ewan McGregor yet. And come on, he's the main character. He's at least top five.
He's top billed for sure.
For sure.
It must be alphabetical order.
Especially-
IMDb is stupid.
Especially like this is right when Revenge of the Sith was about to come out.
2005, Ewan McGregor was at the height of his career. It was
Yeah.
post Trainspotting, post Moulin Rouge, post Star Wars.
Yep.
He was a hot commodity.
He
Yeah.
had just dethroned Jude Law as the sexiest British man ever.
Really?
I
And
don't
Jude
know.
Law was
I
like
actually-
up
I-
there.
I actually just made that up.
Jude Law is from. Remember, we were just talking about AI.
Yeah.
He's the pretty, handsome man from AI.
Jude
Okay,
Law
I'll
was
look
in,
him up too. But
Jude Law was in every movie in 2004.
oh God, good for him.
he was in a lot of stuff.
Does
But-
he have a son?
Maybe.
Yes, son-in-law.
Oh shit.
So this movie is extremely creative.
It's full of every actor.
The fact that there's like an underground lair, an underground scrapyard where they get rid of the outdated bots that they no longer make spare parts for.
Yes. So Rodney gets to Robot City and he finds out that there's immediately a huge class system that is keeping the rich happy and healthy with new parts and upgrades, and then the poor who live on the street level are constantly being eaten by other robots to be recycled and made into new parts for the rich.
Yeah.
To be sent back up. People like Fender, people like Rodney, people like Aunt Fanny are all what they call out modes, and out modes get eaten by other robots who get then taken to the junkyard, and then they get turned into new parts.
Scrapped.
What they also do is at Robot City, where they make all the upgrades, they decide to stop making spare parts, forcing people to have to buy upgrades.
Yeah.
Which is the Apple thing. You're not allowed to upgrade your computer anymore. You can't fix your car on your own anymore.
You're stuck with this Android, this Galaxy.
Or buy a new one.
Yeah, and if you don't have enough money to do it, these out modes, they're getting scrapped, man.
Out modes are getting scrapped.
And that sucked. It was really sad.
It gets really deep when you see how like the people on the bottom struggle.
Yeah, definitely. How many times would you say you watched this, Garen?
I've seen this movie at least 20 times.
At least 20
Yes.
times?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 6 kids.
And so they love this movie.
The kids were born from the years 2003 to 2007.
So this is right up their alley.
This is- yeah.
Yep.
This
Even the
is-
baby liked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The baby was like, I was delivered. Yeah.
The funniest part about that scene is that he forgot one small part, and that small part seemed to be his penis.
Oh.
You don't
Did they
remember?
address
Yes,
this?
that is true.
Yeah,
That is-
they
that-
did.
that is.
Address this.
I think that is very funny part, but I do think the funny part is when he's crying, they just turn the volume down on the baby. That I think is something everybody who's been around a crying baby wishes
Yeah.
could be done.
Yes.
Extremely clever wordplay
Yes.
in all throughout this movie.
Yep.
Yes.
Right from the beginning with like the delivery
Yes.
of parts, all stuff like that, making the baby.
This movie is full of irony. Like this movie has so many like little throwaway things that you have to really like pause and rewind and to look at. At one point when he gets to Robot City and he meets Fender, Fender is trying to sell him a map to the stars, just like you would get in Hollywood to try and see where you could see where
He's playing the game.
But here are some of the stars from Robot City. There's Orson Welles. There's Axel with an E, Rose, Axel Rose. There's Brittany Gears. There's
that?
Farrah Fawcett. And then, of course, MC Hammer and Jeremy Irons,
So
who are just
clever.
normal names of people. Like, I just like to imagine that Jeremy Irons is just also in the Robots War.
That's
I love
as
that.
himself. So fucking funny. So clever. I just want to point out real quick that Garen is dressed as one of the characters today.
Yep.
Show off those buns.
I am Piper.
Or played by
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda, please.
She says Amanda. Oh, Amanda, please. But no, she says it's Piper like Viper, and she like hisses.
That's what the line was.
Like
Yeah.
Viper.
Very cute.
Yeah.
She was great. This was before
cute.
society said she was crazy,
It was
right?
before she threw that bong out her window and said it was a vase.
I've always
did
been a
that?
fan, so I don't know.
I like Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Oh my
Do
god,
you?
her and Big Fat Liar. Come on.
Fantastic.
Yes.
There she's the man.
Yes, she's
Yes,
Amanda.
I
Yeah.
miss Amanda Bynes. We
Yeah.
need more Amanda Bynes
What a Girl
nowadays.
Wants.
Amanda, please.
Yes, Amanda, please.
Amanda, please.
Her show alone skyrocketed Drake and Josh, and they
And Keenan and Kel. She was on, well, I guess not the Amanda show, but she was on
all that.
All That. This is all.
They tried to revamp that.
The
Yeah.
girls' room.
The girl, which is
I
pizza
like
face.
eggs.
So good. So good. Oh my gosh. As much as like I want this to be an episode about just Amanda
Bynes.
Bynes and all that stuff. Crazy.
You guys remember Snick before we move on? Remember Snick at Night?
No, what's Snick at Night?
It was like the late night
That was-
Nickelodeon.
yeah.
It would like turn into like Snick at Night. That's where you watched Clarissa Explains It All. And
That's
you would
what it
watch
was.
like Full House episodes and shit like that. Anyways,
Gosh, yeah.
robots.
Robots.
I just watched Wall-E prior to this.
Yes.
because
cool.
watching this movie kind of spiraled me into the mood for some animated film. So I watched Soul on Disney Plus and I watched Wall-E, which
And
you'd never
what
seen
year
before.
was Wall-E? Do we remember?
2008.
So
Okay, so just a couple years later.
Yes.
So this movie, Robots, really kicked off some technology for Wall-E to be done. 'Cause
100%,
Wall-E was
yeah.
all metal as well. I don't
That
know
is
if you got
correct.
to talk about the metal yet.
I didn't. We can jump into
Let's
it now.
jump into that, yeah.
So this movie, I was telling Garen the other day that this movie actually invented 3 different types of software for this movie. One of which was the first time that a animated film didn't use shapes based on polygons. So what that means is if you go back and look at the first Toy Story, you can see very sharp angles. You see very hard, harsh, and like even the softest rounded edges are just flat edges that they had to kind of make work. This film, they were able to make rounded, soft edges. Not only that, they were the first film to have metal on CGI. So rusted metal, clean metal, shiny metal, rounded metal, welded metal. They had that all there. And then also the third piece of technology that they invented, which I actually find fucking hilarious, is there's a whole scene with dominoes that fall over and create like a wave, like a tsunami of dominoes. Every single one of those dominoes, the pips on the domino piece are different because they invented a technology that would go onto each of them and paint a different domino pip on every single
Just
one.
randomized.
Yes.
That is
So interesting.
incredible. Because there are literally millions
Millions of pips. Or, I mean, yeah.
of dominoes.
Millions of
in
dominoes.
that scene.
Billions of pips for sure. Like it's insane.
Say that again.
Pips.
Say it one more time.
Pips.
How did you know that word?
Because I play dominoes.
That's so amazing.
That's what those little circle divots are called
They're
on
called
there?
pips.
Interesting.
Fun facts.
Nice. Thank you very
That's
much.
That's you can turn the show off now, guys. Actually, no. Subscribe
Oh,
first.
hold on. But I wanted to speak on how you said that, you listed out the different types of metal
Yeah.
that they were able to like portray, and it's so like hearing it, I'm like, oh yeah, you do see all the different types, and it's very, very specific that they're like, ooh, shiny metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like a theme in the show where it's the shiny versus the rest,
Yep,
and
yep.
It's
The clean of the stainless steel, the polished of the rich, is so incredibly interesting.
they're really trying to make it distinctively separate from each other. It's the Louis Vuitton separated from like Costco brand.
Valid.
You know,
Yeah.
they wanted it to shine. They specifically made the outmoded robots kind of look, janky.
Sure.
And you see Mr. Ratchet over here with a literal Dorito-shaped body because that's how his upgrade looks.
And to me, he looked a little janky.
He was a little janky. And his
looked a-
personality
Yes.
was janky.
Yes,
a bit Ultron-y.
yes.
Yes.
He kind of had a little bit of an Ultron vibe for him.
To break down his character a little bit, he was. It's fine if you're a mama's boy, but the way that he was, where he's trying to impress his mother, who was the Satan of that world, who was underground in that underground scrapyard and managed that. She was the devil.
Yeah, and he was still hella rude to her face too, which is really funny. And she was like down for it. He was like, "How'd you get in here? I don't like it when you come up here." And she's like, "Well, I climbed through the sewer or something like that."
And then you
popped
just see like
a
the
hole in the wall.
perfect cutout shape of her. I love also it's like, "Don't upset me, or I'll do the same thing I did to your dad."
Point over to the side.
Hey, son. Oh my god.
The dad is just this. He looks like an outmode, but he's just hanging by the scraps.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. The little things that they do, the little things that they add to it that just flesh out each of these characters to make them really fully living beings, right? We know their history, we know their past, we know their personalities and things like that. Then not only that is this film it's just a fun ride. When he first gets to Robot City, he like gets in their version of a subway where it's just like a ping pong ball that they're shooting all across the city. And my favorite line of that is when Fender is like, "Oh man, they used to have this really big hammer," and then all of a sudden it shows up. He's like, "Oh, there it is."
There it is. That was a scary scene. Like, if that's the basic mode of transportation, I'm not visiting that city.
I do like.
I loved it.
I also mentioned to
Really?
you guys how I like how beautifully inconsistent this film is. Because
What do you mean?
Because some inanimate objects are robots,
Yes.
and then other robots or other inanimate objects are just inanimate objects. Like at one point, there's a trash can that's being attracted to Rodney because he's magnetized,
Yeah.
and then later on in the movie, there's another trash can that like opens up into a
living.
person.
Yeah, where does the
Where does the line stop? Not only that, Rodney invents a robot. So did Rodney create life?
Wonderbot?
Is he a dad?
Did he birth?
Yeah, is he technically a father?
Dude, he's technically an inventor.
What's the difference between an inventor and a father?
Right? And
Frankenstein? I don't know.
That's the Venn diagram right in the middle. So humans, robots right in the middle, Frankenstein.
I personally try to avoid asking questions, but I want to ask some questions.
we
Okay,
can.
okay.
We
In
can.
this world,
Expand.
do you think that there is a piece that comes in those delivery boxes that makes whatever you are making an actual living thing?
So like
Right.
part 6 is soul.
Where's the
Yes,
soul? Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. But
Yeah.
Wonderbot obviously
soul.
had life.
And a personality and is voiced by the director.
Crazy. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay. So what do you guys think on that, right?
I think it's a classic problem of ICBTB is questioning a movie that shouldn't be questioned.
Yeah.
That being said, huge plot holes, guys.
Yeah.
Not one person was like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. Like
No, I was too busy laughing.
That's true.
Are
Right?
you kidding me? The writing, it was just
was-
so quick. It was so quick.
they could fart. How do they fart?
Oh yeah,
They
and
did a
she
whole
was-
fart scene.
Amanda Bynes was like, Miss or Aunt Fanny, we were using our armpits, and she's like, oh
Yeah.
They kill a lamppost with their fart.
Yes. And that lamppost is a living thing.
The lamp again, another inanimate object that comes alive. The lamppost goes, "You need to see a doctor."
oh yes, he
Falls
did.
down, time lapse into daytime. There's a chalk outline of the lampost's body because there was an entire investigation scene. Aunt Fanny should be in prison because of the fecal matter coming out of that arse.
Oh yeah, someone was like, take her to the doctor.
Yes,
Someone said that
yes.
too.
You need
So
to see
funny.
a doctor.
Right.
Oh,
And
man.
real quick, I'm wondering, the voice character, who's the actor for Miss Fanny? Was she the woman that was in a Cinderella story and she had the salmon house?
Jennifer
She-
Coolidge. Yes, she's Stifler's mom.
Have you seen American Pie?
Oh,
Stifler's
yeah.
mom.
Oh
Stifler's
wow.
mom.
Yeah.
Throwback.
That's who that is.
I do
Okay.
like when they all ride in her butt and then they get out and
Oh
they're
yeah.
like,
She was like, oh yeah, they did come.
they're right here.
yeah. Weird little thing.
Aunt Fanny actually didn't get to be called Aunt Fanny in England and Australia
Because Fanny's a bad word.
Fanny is slang for pussy in England and Australia.
whoa.
So she was called Aunt Fan.
Oh, boo. No, say Fanny. Come on. So you're telling me if I wear a fanny pack in like England and
They're
Australia?
called bum bags.
Bum bags.
But a bum is a butt.
That's where you wear it.
Yeah, no. Your fanny pack,
Well, our
if you
fanny
flip
is
it
a-
around.
You got
Fanny
a
is a
bum?
bum.
How do you wear a fanny pack?
I wear it
in front of
on
your
my
fanny, right?
shoulder or over my shoulder.
Oh, you
Over
do-
my
you
Oh,
s-
sorry. In California, we wear them in front.
You
I
sling it.
skate.
Oh, you're just flexing
Okay,
now.
okay.
Listen, I know mama's boys. They're skaters.
Oh,
Sorry, wait, let's move on.
That's fine. That's fine. I do really like that this film is not afraid to build characters that you think you may not see again, like the door, the gatekeeper,
I love him.
played by
Paul
Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti.
He is so cute.
He is
and I
hella
loved when
funny.
he got
He's an
the
asshole.
shit slapped out of him
Yes.
by
He's
Robin Williams.
asshole though.
No, but he does his job well.
I guess so.
He's
He's
a
the
security
gatekeeper.
guard.
He's
yeah.
like,
he's
oh
like,
man, you thought I was really gonna let you in?
That's fucked up. That's a fucked up game. Just say no.
he's so funny.
Kept closing the gate on him. Poor Rodney.
And I hope nobody goes to say that he's a bully because the man was entertaining as fuck. I'm sorry.
Oh yes,
Very
yes.
entertaining.
It's not.
Sorry.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
bullying if people are laughing.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
I am. That's how I got out of high school.
Okay, it's not like I'm.
We're also addressing the younger generation here.
Yes,
so-
don't bully
Yes.
people, guys. I had the teachers on my side. But
And
that's
stop-
how you do it. Get the teachers to like you.
And stop telling people that you're like bullying somebody for making a comment. Like, grow some fucking.
Yeah, you can
skin.
tell people that they suck.
Yes.
People
yes,
suck.
you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be
That's
honest.
not bullying.
Oh my god.
Wait, I think we flipped. I think somehow we came to the other side of this
No.
argument.
We're saying if you're gonna say something, don't be so sensitive in receiving it, but also don't be so passive aggressive where you're not gonna defend yourself.
I love that. I love that.
But also, don't go flipping backpacks inside out.
Okay.
That's a lot more.
remember that happening to people.
Well,
Was that you?
I mean, I did it to people, yes.
Wow.
See, is that really bullying if the bully is doing the same
it-
amount of work, flipping the backpack inside out?
No, I don't think so.
Joke's on you, dude.
There we
It's
go.
a
And
prank.
now Christian's back on my
prank.
side.
I'm not on anyone's side, dude. I'm my own person.
I'm on the gatekeeper side.
The gatekeeper, yes, Paul Giamatti.
Very funny.
My whole life, I had no idea that was Paul Giamatti until rewatching this movie and looking at the cast list. And you don't really know it's Paul Giamatti because they kind of make his voice up high until he does the cough laugh.
Yes.
And it's very clearly like Paul
It's him.
Giamatti's cough laugh.
It's him.
Because he does that in every movie.
Yep, that's one I knew too.
And then Mel Brooks plays Mr. Bigweld. Growing up, I loved Mel Brooks. Did not realize that was Mel Brooks. Now
Right.
watching it again, how the fuck did I not know that was Mel Brooks?
Once you know, you can't see
Yes.
unsee it or unhear it.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I found out that the Rodney is how you say his
Ewan
name?
McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Yeah, I was like, wait, now all I could see was like, what's that movie? Moulin Rouge guy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like just seeing
That's
him,
it.
and I'm just waiting for him to say, "All you need is love." I'm like, wait,
I would
it's
much
not
rather
gonna happen.
I would much rather see
no,
Train
sorry.
Spotting.
Oh,
No,
It
no,
is
not
on-
this movie. He's not going to say that in Robots.
Right.
I want to say
Train
Ewan
Spotting?
McGregor from Train Spotting, where he's just like running around high on heroin, but
No,
also
that
in
movie's
Robot
so
World.
depressing. Have you seen that movie, Trainspotting?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good, but I can only watch it once because it's very depressing.
Okay, I
Yeah.
could do very depressing.
Okay, it's about a bunch of heroin addicts and them trying to like figure out
like
life.
Catch a Train, actually. I think it's just about them trying to catch a train.
What was that one movie? Requiem of a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty much along the
yeah.
same alley.
Yeah, I can
Close.
watch that.
Close,
Requiem
close.
for a Dream, maybe a little more depressing.
Wasn't there something with like a two-sided dildo at the end of that movie?
What movie were you watching?
That's Requiem for some cream. That's a
Whoa,
porno.
Sorry, I didn't
Yes,
mean that.
yes.
I do watch stuff like that.
That's something else. A double dildo. Did not think that would be in a movie like that.
It
So
was
back
in,
to
in
the
Robots, though.
Disney film.
I do want to. It's actually a Blue Sky Productions film.
It's not Disney at all.
No,
It is
it's
not.
not.
No affiliation.
No,
20th Century Fox, Blue Sky Productions.
Yes.
Wow.
Blue Sky Productions also made films like
I have no clue what.
Ice Age.
Yes.
In fact, Chris Webber was the voice of Scratch, the little squirrely thing.
Oh.
He's the director of this film.
I
You know
love
what?
Scratch.
I'm very ashamed that I subconsciously affiliate cartoon children movies with Disney.
solely No, I mean you're not incorrect. Though.
It just kind of sucks that that's how I think.
They have the market on
the
it.
default. They do
Yeah.
have the market on it.
That
but
being said, though, if Disney owned this film, I would ride a Robots ride.
Yeah.
Like if the
Yeah,
Robots ride was that thing
yeah.
going across the city,
Right.
I would love that
If
ride.
the Robots ride was Aunt Fanny's Fanny,
oh,
I'm on there.
that's
wait.
the
Now
that's
make
the
it-
line.
Now make it 4D and you're catching the smell.
yes.
4D.
So you get into the room,
And you're smelling
just like
her
Star
fart?
Tours. You sit down
Yeah.
into Aunt Fanny's Fanny, and you're getting farts in your face, and you're moving around like this. You got glasses on, and shit's flying at you, and there's
Yep.
a big hammer.
Yep, you're riding a sea of dominoes.
Yes, there's flames because you're in the junkyard. Honestly,
Ooh, we should make an amusement park.
That would be great. Robin Williams as Fender is your
Ah,
tour guide
yes.
on Aunt Fanny's butt.
Yes.
I'm getting a fast pass
Yes,
for that.
yes.
that ride, and then I'd also like to build the James Bond ride. I think that would be fun.
Is this the same production company?
No,
Okay.
but
Way off.
We're just making our own park.
well, apparently we're making a
guess
theme
so.
park
Yeah,
now.
This is
yes.
what it is, yeah.
This is called Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That's
I
what
used
we
to
should
love
do.
that.
I love that game.
Actually, yeah. Anyways,
We'll play that after the episode.
We have so many games to play because of these movies now. I love this film. I think everybody should see this film. You should watch it with your kids. You should watch it with your grandparents. You should watch it with Satan because he needs this to make him feel better, and then maybe he can go back to heaven and be an angel.
you should also watch this movie at any age point in your life.
Yeah.
It's funny for everyone
It
across
is.
the board.
Your kids will laugh at the funny humor. You're going to relate to the characters and like the issues that are at hand and whatnot.
Kids aren't laughing at the line "Foot don't fail me now,"
Yes.
but I'm laughing at the line "Foot don't fail me now."
Yep. But kids will be laughing at Fender doing the Britney Spears dance.
Yes.
Hit me baby one more time. Because that was because when I watched this was I think in theaters when it came out in 2005.
Yes.
Right.
So I have not seen that since. But if there was one thing I remember was Fender in like a blonde wig doing that and taking out 50 robots as he's doing these
Yes.
dance moves.
Fender is the
Yes.
best. Fender really truly is the best character in this whole film.
Fender. It was Bender, but I had a name change when I
When we moved to America.
moved to another country. Yeah, when I moved here.
When we
from
moved here,
another
we had to
country.
change my name.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Because Robin Williams says so many things so fast.
So many
Quick.
things.
A lot of those I would not be surprised if they were just improvised.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
The scene where he is the announcer when they're pretending to be famous with the gatekeeper and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh
And he's
my
like, "Don't
God.
you know who this is? This is
Yes.
He apparently did that 4 different times, including a Polish announcer.
Fire.
He did the Spanish announcer. Like he did like 4 different versions of it, and they
Uh-huh.
they had a hard time deciding on which one to use.
That's so exciting because
Robin
that's one of my
Williams was
favorite.
great.
That's one of my favorite moments.
Yes.
And he's like, "Please hit me," or something like that, and then he gets slapped by Rodney.
Thank you.
And then when the gatekeeper's like, well, "Would the count like to hit me?" And he's like, "How dare you disrespect him? I'll hit you on his behalf."
So good.
Slaps him out of his
good.
seat.
Yes.
Falls
I'm so
100
down.
feet
Yes, and his skirt goes up, and then the lady faints because
he's got a penis.
Oh,
Because we know
man.
these robots have genitalia.
Yes,
Whoa.
it's implied. It's implied. It's
Robot
implied.
genitalia,
It's implied.
man. Wild.
So wait, one more.
Robot genitalia.
One
Wild.
more part that I really loved with Robin Williams is when he came out into he gave like a Scottish accent
Yes.
at one point in the movie too. I don't even remember what he said, but it impacted me where I was like, whoa.
He's referencing Braveheart.
That's what it was.
Okay.
When they're going up against all those robots.
Is that who's in Braveheart?
Mel Gibson.
Oh, that's a different Mel.
Not Mel Brooks. I would love to see Mel Brooks in Braveheart. though.
No, different movie. Different movie.
That would be hilarious.
Okay, now I'm drunk.
My
Now? Now you are?
my number one favorite line in this entire film is when Bender is trying to count
Fender.
Fender. Oops. Bender is from Futurama.
Yeah.
When Fender's
Bender
trying to
is
count
from another country.
the bad guys
Sorry.
before he moved here.
Before he moved here.
When he's trying to count the bad guys, he's like 1, 2, 3. He's like, "Will you stop moving? I think I counted one of you twice."
So good.
Robin Williams, such a great
The
voice.
jokes are great here. Even all of the side characters, because who else is there?
Drew Carey, Amanda Bynes, Jennifer Coolidge,
The supporting
cast.
cast is
And one of the robots
Incredible.
doesn't even talk. He uses like James Earl Jones's voice for a second, but
Yep.
the cat.
the blue one,
Oh,
Yeah.
the cats and
And
there's
he's always putting in voice boxes.
he is a cat.
He's a cat.
what is the deal with
He
like
is a cat.
yeah, there's animal
cat head.
robots too.
Yeah.
Are there humans in this world?
No.
No. Okay, good. Just
That
checking.
would destroy this universe, I think. The
can
entire
see that.
point of this, like when you're a dishwasher, you're an actual dishwasher. You were talking to me like, how come in that kitchen where Rodney's dad worked, where he's a dishwasher.
Yeah, with
there
the
are
asshole New Yorker boss.
that guy
That guy.
From
such
who
an
was-
asshole.
Who was in Night at the Roxbury?
as the dad at Night at the Roxbury.
Same character.
Very much the same. You're in that kitchen. There are cooks grilling, and you pose the question: are the grills robots too? Is every living thing, or is everything in this world
Also
a
their
robot?
job. Yeah.
Right?
Is their job their being?
Are you made specifically for a
Whoa.
task?
Oh my god! I think I just found the next level of this movie. Is your job your being?
Oh, love that.
You know what I mean by that?
You become
Yeah.
your job. You become. It's a
Holy
personality type.
shit.
Sometimes.
So when you get that box that says Rodney,
capitalism.
are you an inventor? Are
we
you?
just found another level.
Well, that's another theme of the movie is capitalism. You
Yeah.
know, we didn't
Yes.
explicitly say it just yet, but we spoke on classism and we spoke on the socioeconomics, and
It's just like-
capitalism
It's
is a
so
fold
perfect
in that.
and
Yeah.
great. It's just
Yes.
like the best system
Yeah.
of government.
Well, the villain, the antagonist.
Wait. Nah. Okay, we don't need to unpack that. Y'all do that on your own time. What were you gonna say, Christian?
The Mr. Ratchet was
Why
he
did you-
capitalized.
Mister.
Yeah, he's not Mr. Ratchet.
Mister.
What's his name?
Where
It's
is
just
this
Ratchet.
respect coming
Yeah,
from?
they just call him Ratchet is his last name, but nobody
Oh, okay,
nobody
that's what I'm
calls him Mr.
He's
Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Okay, Ratchet ass
He's
Ratchet.
Ratchet ass Ratchet.
He's capitalizing on the people on the lower class.
Yeah,
the fact that they can't
exploiting.
afford.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exploiting their needs because Mr. Bigweld was the guy that took in inventors and like
Yes.
let's make this world better.
Yes.
I don't care about how much money I'm making, but I want all of us to have an equal opportunity at living a good life,
He
right?
specifically said, "We don't close the gates here because then we're closing the doors.
closing
to
out good
dreams.
ideas.
We're closing out good ideas." Thank you, Alex.
Oh, you're
Yes.
welcome. I do want to touch on one last thing that I think is very weird. At the end, when Mr. Bigweld gives Rodney's dad enough parts to build 2 of them,
Yes.
does that mean that he just gave his dad immortality?
No, at least 2 life cycles.
That's immortality, Christian.
That's not immortality.
Everything is temporary.
Everything. Listen to the
Thanks,
Tuesday
Gandhi.
episode. That's right. There's no way. How long do you think these robots live for in this world?
Does this world even need
Age.
people? Yeah. Do they?
Well, how old is Mom, Miss Gasket, or whatever?
Gas?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just
okay.
made that up.
Actually, yeah, that's a part because we do see Rodney grow up
Yeah.
technically. So,
So
it's like
he
at what-
ages. Robots age.
Right. And I remember when they were talking to the dad on the phone and
He's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's got dishwasher cancer.
and then oh god. And somebody said
Probably gunk or something. Yeah.
someone was like he won't last another Okay, wait,
Wait,
same
he won't
pla-
last another what?
It was a few more. He wouldn't last more miles. Is
Yes.
what they said.
Yes.
And it wasn't
These robots have
days.
mileage.
Maybe that's what it is. There we go. There we go.
So very much
So
similarly,
you have to get a new
Robots.
drivetrain. You have to get a new transmission.
very
Right.
similarly to
Spare
how our
parts.
cars just die out.
I mean,
Although-
even parts of a computer. Think about like my computer's turning off right now at 40% because the battery's swelling up.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So mileage. Yeah.
So right now, okay, hear me out real quick. Robots, in order to achieve a long, they say stress lowers your lifespan, right?
Right.
Yes.
And stressful jobs are usually jobs that low income people have, like labor.
Blue-collar jobs.
Blue collar jobs can really kill you, like literally.
Yes.
So robots here are trying to strive to become more upper class because Ratchet has this job where he's not lifting a finger, and he gets constant access to upgrades.
Shiny, he's getting massage.
Yes, money is life in this. Which is what we've been saying this entire time. So everyone's just trying to get rich, trying to get
Ahead.
immortality.
Yeah. God, I love
Wow.
capitalism.
Wow. oh, wait.
What?
Altered carbon.
Oh, with
So-
Anthony Mackie.
Capitalism.
I haven't seen that show yet.
Immortality.
Is that all
You
it
need
is
to watch
about?
it. That's one of the major themes.
Okay.
It's for sure the contemporary robots movie.
Yeah, very adult film.
Well, we were just talking last time you were here. We were just talking about that Justin Timberlake movie
In Time.
where
Just
Time
current
is life.
Yep. You buy yourself years of your life.
It's weird
Right.
because time is money, but time is money and money is life.
Oh,
That's
it's
kind
a-
of like the triangle that they have in time. But we're talking about robots. And
Triangles.
Garen, do you have a Best Person on Set award? Who do you think did the best job in this film?
Well, when I was working on set at this film, I would have probably wanted to give it up to the cat.
You want to get the cat.
I'm just playing. Comedic relief.
Really?
That guy was great.
I'm sorry, was it comedic relief, not Robin Williams?
Everyone's a comedic relief.
No,
in this.
he was the lead, bro. He was doing so much work. Like
would love to see
literally
a Fender movie.
for someone who doesn't have like a movie watcher that doesn't have high capacity for like wittiness and
Sure.
like they're like, oh, they overwrote it. I could see somebody saying that. But it's like you don't have to tune into all of it. So just chill out. It was great. It was
like
great.
it. Yes.
But it was borderline like I could see somebody being like, they kind of they were doing a lot.
Yes.
But that's Robin
Because it
Williams.
was stacked. Exactly.
You
it's,
have
it's
to stack
a type
his
of
script.
artwork. It's
Yeah.
it's
Some
an
people
art
don't
form.
like Robin Williams, but they're
Weird.
idiots.
Well, fuck out of
Weird.
here. Those
Yeah.
people need
I
to
don't-
fuck out of here.
Don't speak English.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Christian, do you have a Best Person on Set award?
Robin Williams, it has to go to, and like almost every single time we do a movie that stars Robin Williams, I'm gonna have to give it to him. It's because now every single movie of his is his own time capsule. That's what we have
It
to remember him by,
truly
because
is.
he passed away that way too young, and so
Yeah.
like seeing him as Genie, seeing him as Fender, seeing him in Bicentennial Man, or
Death to Smoochie.
Flubber.
yes,
Flubber.
oh yes,
Love that movie.
anything and everything. He's just fantastic. It's gonna have to go to him.
How about yourself?
I mean, it's hard for me to pick a different one after you make a case like that.
Just
So
choose him.
I'll give Robin Williams, but my honorable mention is to Ewan McGregor.
yes,
yeah.
Because he does an incredible job of this character. I think he does a great voice of like an adolescent, like coming of age guy. Even now,
Yeah.
I mean, he still has the same voice. He's just a great actor, and I can't wait for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And
Yeah.
John Boo, if you're listening, I don't believe that you're not working on that show. I think
John
you
Boo's
are.
our sound guy, and he does a lot of sound engineering stuff for like indie films and whatnot. So we have a suspicion
plugged
he's
in.
he's working on a.
But he can't tell us because he signed an NDA. But he also told me straight up that he's not on it. But that could be part
of
of the NDA.
Absolutely. But I feel
I
like
got you figured out, John Boo.
so earlier you mentioned the 3-wheel guy, the yellow guy.
Yes,
I
Drew
feel-
Carey.
Okay.
I do. Okay, he does have
I was-
some. Yes.
I'm like, you guys kind of chose it. You made it way too easy picking the main characters.
Yes,
like,
yes. Crank is great, and Crank does have some of the best
Yeah.
lines.
Crank is good. He's really good. It's just hard not to give it to Robin
Yes.
I
Williams.
hear you. I hear you.
Crank does
Respect,
deliver the
respect.
single best line of at the end of the film when they give Rodney's dad a trumpet, and he tries to blow it, and it's like bad. He's like, and he goes, "Oh, well, there goes our happy ending."
Yeah, and it turns into like, oh wait, no, this is neo jazz.
It's a mix of fusion and jazz called funk.
That's what it was.
Or no, it's a fusion of jazz and funk. We call it junk.
That's what it was. Yes.
Thank you.
So good.
If you could cut out the first time when I flubbed up that line, that would
Okay,
be
I'll
great.
cut.
I don't want people
I'll
to
edit
know.
that out.
No, you'll leave it in. I know you
Thanks,
will.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
Garen,
What would you rate this film?
Ooh, I would give it Oh wait, what's my
Out of 5.
Yeah, 1 out of 5.
I would give it a 4.4.
Wow.
Ooh, specific.
I second that.
4.4.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
It was there.
Yeah. What? Because I'm.
That's a B.
0.4 less.
That's a
Yeah,
B.
that's
I
a
gave
B.
it a B plus.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all in the same realm.
I'm like, what makes a 5 movie though? Like this is up there. This is
Goodfellas
really
is
up
a
there
5.
for me. It's on your body, so.
I just get scared to give a lot of movies 5s because that just belittles the 5, right?
I feel that.
You say I love you.
Whoa, that's why I don't say I love you to people.
Yeah, you say I love you to like
Bitch, I hate
too
when
many
you give
people.
me my own
That's
hypocrisy.
what it is, you know.
Oh, you did it again, Christian. Oh.
We can unpack. We can unpack that later.
Yeah, that's an off mic conversation for sure.
Love for all the viewers out there. Just know that there's so many forms of love, so don't be fucking afraid of it.
Yeah. Don't be
Come
afraid of it.
on.
Don't be afraid of it.
That's true.
Don't run.
Platonic, romantic, physical. What?
You like
The
to
Greek-
ask our guests to do something.
Yes. So
Oh, that's
before
me.
we end the episode, I always like to ask the guests if they could look into the camera,
Camera B.
and we'll push into your face. And I want you to leave the baddies, the listeners, with one piece of advice. It could be a sentence, one word, or it could be like a 30-second long poem, whatever the hell you want. Just say it for them.
Or a 3-line haiku.
Oh, I love haikus.
But say whatever
okay,
the hell you want.
All right. For everybody out there, remember that I can't do this.
Why?
No, you were on a great
You're
start.
doing great.
I'm like
Okay.
looking at it and through the camera here. It's great. You're doing great.
Okay, I'm here for it. Okay, I'm drunk. Just kidding.
That's where the best advice comes from.
All right. So for everybody out there, you do well to remember that the only thing permanent in life is temporary situations.
Great. Well said.
Much
well
love.
said.
Thank
much
you,
love.
Garen.
So
Garen,
much love. I love you.
We love you. Thank you
We love
so
you
much for
too.
coming out here and coming onto our show, making time not just once but twice to come onto our show.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us, bringing us burritos, bringing us chips and salsa on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
It's just we are
had a good
so
Cinco de
happy.
Mayo.
My mom loves you. Like I asked her earlier today, so like, what do you think of Garen? She's really sweet, huh? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes. She's like, and I've never seen her light up like that before. And I was like, wow, mom, do you like her more than me now?
Well, she does like me more than you.
She could have got me.
Probably.
I do love Mama. Mama is a great woman. Second best, only to Princess Diana.
I love moms.
Mothers. Shout out to moms.
Oh, yeah.
once
Mother's
again.
Day.
Mother's Day just passed.
Yes.
Yeah. What'd you guys get your mom for Mother's Day?
The world.
I got my mom. Oh my
You're
god.
such a bitch.
Yeah, let me cover for you. I got my mom a whirly pop.
Ooh.
And
What's a whirly pop?
A whirly pop is a pot that goes on the stove and it pops loose popcorn kernels. And it has a mechanism in it where you crank it and it's fresh popcorn. You can make it with any oil you want. You can use coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever oil you're into.
Is there a car going off?
Someone's honking outside.
That's incredible. I got my mom CBD gummies.
Yeah.
So how is she gonna react to that? Should I want to give my mom CBD so bad, but there's no talking to her that
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know how it was gonna
There's
go.
no psychoactive connection.
that's gonna mean nothing
But
to
it
her
does- yeah,
because she's
she's-
gonna associate it with marijuana.
I'll speak to your mom.
This
My
is
mom.
No,
that's
you're
gonna
too
be-
smart. You're too smart for her.
No.
No, really, because you're gonna try and but I think the way to do it is like what I'm doing, like a gummy. Hey, mom, try this gummy vitamin.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you feel
Or
calm.
ointment. Let's start off with ointment.
Ointments, I
Something
don't
topical.
find.
The
yeah.
creams are great.
Creams
Yeah.
are good if you have like a sore muscle or something.
She does. So
Good.
that
Oh,
works
okay,
for her.
okay,
So
good,
I
good,
think
good, good.
we'll do that rather than something else.
And then one day we'll switch out the CBD with like pure THC and just like
You guys know, I worked at a cannabis club when I was 19.
yeah, oh yeah.
Real
I-
early on.
Real early on.
Damn,
And
girl.
I
It's the number one woman-run business.
It is.
It is.
I
That's
love
cool.
that.
That's
Yeah.
I adore that.
And I put a lot of people on to understanding, so I do know how to speak to people who don't know about it. Understanding CBD and
Mm-hmm.
also just understanding removing the stigma of cannabis.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially for the older generations than us, where it's I know that you came from a scary time about it. It's not scary anymore. And if you want to live in the present, we're gonna bring you there.
For sure,
We're gonna
for
keep
sure.
you here.
Yeah. So how about this? If you happen to be in town by the time that I end up getting my mom some topical cream,
Yeah.
some topical CBD cream,
Yeah.
and because I know that she has some joint pains or muscle aches and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when I give that to her, I'm gonna need you by my side. I
That's
need you to
great.
be my
Let's go
wing
to
woman.
let's go to the store right now.
Okay.
Let's just go.
Okay.
And we'll come back.
Yeah, let's go.
I was just had a weird idea in my mind.
Are you really leaving?
of you holding down your mom and
Where are
blowing
you going?
smoke.
Say bye. Wait, what?
I just had this weird vision in my head of you like holding your mom down, like blowing smoke into her ears like a dog.
Oh my god.
Dude. Okay, so it's the end of the episode, and usually at the end of the episodes, I like to say whatever the fuck.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody listens.
I would love to smoke with my parents. No, I'd like to smoke with my mom.
I've thought about that too, and I remember one time talking to a therapist about that, where I was like, I have this weird like desire where I want to like sit around the living room and, like smoke with my parents and stuff. But then at the same time, after thinking about it, I was like, I don't though, because smoking is something that I enjoy, something that I enjoy doing with my friends. I don't want to share that. I mean, I do want to share that with my parents, but I don't want that to become something that I do with my parents.
Yeah.
This is something I do with my friends, something I do with the people that I want to, you know what I mean, get closer with. I don't need to.
Can you imagine like being in a mood where you're not like where you're already high or you're just tired and you don't even want to smoke and your parents are peer pressuring you into like hitting this blunt?
That's honestly maybe the scariest thing you've ever said to me.
They're just like, yo, stop being a little bitch, Alex,
Yeah.
and hit this.
Can you imagine my dad saying that?
I would, if that was recorded.
That would never happen. I would love to see it happen.
I have been in this position.
Really?
Yes, but that's because you're cool.
I'm not. My mom is.
Your mom
Yeah.
is
Your mom's
very.
pretty rad.
My mom's cool.
That's pretty rad.
Your mom's cooler than me for sure.
Cooler than a lot of people. I don't know how she does it. It's a lot of pressure. But
Someone's
then
gotta
she
hold the
puts
crown.
pressure on other people.
That's how she spares it. That's how she gives it. Actually, this isn't going to turn into a mom hate thing.
Oh,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you guys. You can follow me on Instagram at call underscore me Jesus.
You got it.
What are we
You're
gonna
gonna have
follow
to.
me.
You're gonna have to work on that.
Call underscore me Jesus.
You can follow me at Christian has asthma. I do still have asthma, but after I did a lot of cardio, I
I
was
hate
able
how
to
smooth
grow
you did that.
out of it a little bit because, guys, health is important, especially when it has to do with the tightening of your lungs, and you want to work on that. And if you want to live a
Also, asthma's not real.
long, good life, that's fucked up. It's very real.
You can follow me on Instagram at gmoney. It's
G-Money.
G_MUNY.
Yup, that's what it
G-Money,
is.
not gummy. G-Money.
I do always, when I first see it, I do read it as gummy.
Everybody does, and I kind of love that.
Yeah.
no, I
And
never read it as that.
Oh,
What?
dope.
Yeah, only G Money, like that, like from the very beginning.
Well, okay, so something about my nickname that I think is hilarious is for me internally, which I'm actually excited to share on a public level if this makes a cut or not.
Oh, it will.
I think it's funny that that's my nickname because I'm very not monetarily like conscientious.
For sure, for
like,
sure.
Not that I spend hella money, but like I don't prioritize like class and money like
Yeah,
that.
You're not
Yeah.
a dragon. You're not hoarding your
I'm
wealth.
not materialistic. Yeah.
Which is it's
But
a
that's
very
my
interesting.
name.
Yeah. Especially after talking to you these past 2 episodes, the listeners and us, we've learned more about you, and it is kind of funny that that's not what you're about.
No.
Money's a factor. Money, it can't get you happiness, obviously.
Yes, you're at the wrong stores.
No, money could get you opportunities
Money can
that
give
can
you the
make you happier.
tools.
It's only up to you, dude. But you could fuck up with that money, is what could happen.
your
I'm
own
coming to
fault.
see my buns.
Yeah, see your buns. There you go. Look at the camera. Show off your buns. Listeners, if you want to see Garen's buns, hop on YouTube.
And that last part will be on our Patreon.
She's in child's pose, and we're
No,
pushing in.
that was actually cat and cow.
Cat and cow. She's in cat and cow.
Check out our reaction. My reaction video. That should be on our YouTube by now. Check out all of our past episodes. Like and subscribe. 5-star ratings. You guys know the drill.
All right. Say bye however the hell you want. And I'm
Aloha.
going to end it there. Everyone say bye. Garen specifically.